Is that better? Ronnie, you let me run my mouth and I ain't got no microphone on. D, is that better? Can you hear me, Steezel? Give me a thumbs up. 2 times. If you can hear me. I ain't had no microphone. Ain't nobody say nothing to me. What good in the hood? Y'all let a brother know. Hey, hold on. See, can you hear the microphone? Okay, cool. So let me start this whole thing over. That's why we got the moderator, D Steezel, and everything like that to keep us on point and everything. So Black Panther, as I was saying, whether you started rocking with the character just recently or whether you've been rocking with the character, um, some only see the character in the movies. I'm gonna say you're doing yourself a disservice if that's your only exposure to my bad, Big Ronnie, my bad. Long as we got good tone now, good tone. Uh Black Panther, you know, it's not for me to tell you when you started rocking with him. I would say go back and do your history. Ronnie is one of those people that does his history. Ronnie just recently started rocking with the character. Ronnie go all the way back. Ronnie asked for suggested readings. And I think all of us have been to school taking classes, history classes. I've noticed some things in regards to T'Challa ever since, not since he's been a comic book character. No. I've noticed some things about this character ever since his appearance in the MCU. Some for the best, some not so much. Everybody wants to get excited. And I don't mind people getting excited. I don't. I believe everybody should have gotten excited about this black character, this black superhero. I'm proud. I'm glad that everybody got enthusiastic and everything about that. But everybody that gets enthusiastic about what you get enthusiastic about, they're not subject to care the same way that you care. I've been saying for the longest time, and I'm pretty sure y'all that rock with me have heard me say this. I've been saying for the longest time that I felt like what wound up happening with Black Panther is that those same kids that picked at us, talked bad about us when we were reading comic books and everything like that, or amongst our own discussion groups, those same kids have now jumped in because while we knew the character was cool back then, they didn't think so. But now the character is cool, and them same kids are jumping into it, which I don't mind. I don't mind. Hey, you like the character? I've been liking the character. I don't know what took you so long, but we're here now. So let's do it like this. Superman's origin story, Kal-El, by and large, has never changed. I think we can agree on that. Same thing with Bruce. And I think it's safe to say with most of the iconic superheroes, their origin stories don't change. But there are some heroes who we want them to be iconic, but their origin story is a hot mess. And that mess gets tied up between creators, writers, the comic book company, and you subject to never see that hero the way you should see it if you see that hero at all. For instance, Hawkman and Hawkgirl. You need to think who you pray to that Aldous Hodge was able to portray Hawkman on the big screen because DC has been having an issue with Hawkman forever. As a matter of fact, you think Teth Adams' origin story is screwed up? Hawkman's is worse. And because she's with him, so is Sierra Hall, Hawkgirl. Her, her origin story is horrible. You know who else's horrible origin story is horrible? It's Diana Prince. You can't settle on one. Is she made of clay? Is she the daughter of what Ares? Is she Zeus's daughter? We don't know because you can't settle on one. I ain't moving. Is Carter Hall from Thanagar or is he from Earth? Is Sierra Hall from Earth? Is she from Thanagar? Is she a police officer? Is Carter Hall a police officer? What are they? Are they from Earth 1? Are they from Earth 2? Do they wear masks? Do they wear hawk helmets? What do they do? Theo, what does this have to do with T'Challa, Black Panther, Wakanda? Tell me the tell me the names of the tribes in Wakanda right now. If anybody who's you went to go see the movies, you a comic book fan, you know the borders, you know the tribes. It's 5 of them. What's the name of them? What's the name of the 5 tribes in Wakanda? I know what the names should be, but what are the names right now? The 5 tribes in Wakanda. It's important and significant because I would dare say more went to go see the movie and will hold on to what the movie has told them than what's actually in the comic book. It's crazy because even though the names in the comic books are different than the name in the movie theater, really, if you think about what the names in the comic books represent and what the names of the tribes in the movie represent, you're able to see which tribe is which. But what are the names of the 5 tribes in Wakanda? I'm asking because there's a book that just came out in 2022, published in 2022. The name of that book, because I was like, damn, this what we're doing. The name of that book is, we'll make sure I get it right. And I bought it. I just bought it recently. The name of that book, written by the beautiful Karama Horn, is called Black Panther, Protectors of Wakanda. The history and training manual of the Dora Milaje. The history and training manual of the Dora Milaje. I think the Dora Milaje should have a training manual. I was in the Marine Corps. We had a training manual too. I just don't think we altered the history of the Marine Corps with the training manual. Would say D. Stevens, yeah, Thanagar, Earth, convoluted backstory, yes. So why? And I don't have an issue. I think it's beautiful. I ordered it. It should be arriving here between the 4th and the 8th. I'll make sure I read it, digest it, and then get it out to the masses and everything like that. But we find out in that book, because I was going to do a book review, not a book review, Legends of Wakanda on Mamadou Fall. I'm still going to do that, Legends of Wakanda on Mamadou Fall. But Mamadou Fall has been around since 2014. I want to make sure I say that right because rock with me, nation. I don't want to tell y'all anything wrong. We believe in keeping up with facts here. Mamadou Fall has been around since 2014. He has. Captain America Civil War came out 2016. Black Panther came out 2018. Mamadou Fall, 2016. Nehanda. I'm sorry. Mamadou Fall 2014. Nehanda 2016. So Nehanda makes her appearance in Marvel Comics the same year that Captain America Civil War comes out. Y'all like, Theo, where you going? See, there was this guy who 3 months after the movie came out said that it was just a mantle. Movie came out in 2018. The guy, the executive, said that it was just a mantle, and quite a few people, it's just a mantle. Anybody can wear it. That's what he said. Those of us who have been reading Black Panther way before we knew who the hell that dude was, while knowing it's a mantle, it's a family heirloom. We know that. You have to have royal blood because we've been reading ever since Don McGregor. We've been reading ever since Fantastic Four. This ain't new. This ain't old hat. This ain't new hat to us. We know you have to be a member of the royal family. We read that story where Killmonger Eric tried to bite the heart-shaped herb while Hunting was standing there. Hey man, you really need to be a member of the royal family, and he fell over. We read that story. Well, this is where the cool kids come in at. And I like cool kids. I just don't like cool kids that's going to be irresponsible. I don't like cool kids that's going to bully their way around with the nerds. I don't like cool kids who all of a sudden see something that looked good, they couldn't appreciate. And it says a lot, because you can't appreciate what's before you. I'm looking at you doing it, and you can't appreciate. Theo, hurry up and get to the point. I'm getting up. It's not enough to appreciate the fact that we have a family, by and large, that's been charged with protecting a whole nation. We'll watch other stories. We'll watch stories, the Van Helsings. We'll watch that and get all behind, go pay money to go see Van Helsing, one family of protecting everybody. And good God Almighty, G. Willikers, we'll talk about that movie too. We will watch every movie, every genre where it's one family, and the family by and large don't look like us. The only time we see us as a family is when we got shackles and chains on our feet and everything like that. But this story, we started with Bashinga. That literally means when we first got this story and we got told about Bashinga, T'Challa's ancestry traces all the way back to Bashinga. That's the story. But what wound up happening is you had the nerds. We good with the story, but the cool kids can't leave it alone. To the cool kids, that story ain't good enough. To the cool kids, we got to do something different. Here come Mosi. The nerds sitting up there like, you just gonna throw him out there? Not enough respect to, even when they did this thing, introduce this dude into Marvel Comics as a member of the BC Avengers. He didn't even have a damn name. He didn't have a damn name. But that Panther came before Bashinga, and it messed everybody up on YouTube, because everybody that had did a damn video cataloging all of the Black Panthers, they was like, damn, where he come from? And it didn't matter who did it. Well, it was Variant, or Comic Historian. Didn't matter. Mostly threw off everything because the cool kids couldn't leave well enough alone. Bashinga wasn't good enough. Okay. That's a simple retcon. And if you retcon that, and Mosi is still in the family tree, that makes sense. Cool. Because we've seen stuff get retconned before, right? Back in the day, it was just Clark who came, Kal-El, who just came from Krypton, and we retconned it, and we say, oh, no. He got a cousin. She left earlier. They made it sound good. Hey, her ship got deflected on the way to Earth. That's why he got there before she did. That's why she's older than he is when she made sense. Made all sense. As D-Real like to say, make it make sense. That's all I'd be asking for. Make it make sense. And if you didn't make me study world history and I had to remember world history, if you didn't make me study U.S. history and I had to remember U.S. history, then you've done a good job in making me appreciate history, whether it be real or whether it be fictional. You taught me a healthy appreciation for history, that which has come before me, a healthy appreciation. Let me keep up with these notes. I don't want to get behind too far. What's good, Diabolical? Well, I forgot what the 5 tribes are called, even though I have been catching up on my Black Panther history. Big MCU Killmonger discussions on a few channels today. Yes, he did. I struggle discussing MCU topics because the comic interpretation remains superior. Facts. That's why I don't give 2 damns about the MCU interpretation, because the MCU is based off the comics. And if a MCU fan is talking to me, he's talking to me. His product is based off my product. His knowledge, his limited knowledge, their limited knowledge is based off the totality of my knowledge. So that's why I look at MCU fans, I'd be like, I gave birth to you. You didn't give birth to me. So you can't talk to me like you above me. You're not. But so let me go over the 5 tribes with you that the MCU told you. The MCU told you that they were the Golden Tribe, the Jabari Tribe, the Mining Tribe, the Border Tribe, and the River Tribe. That is what the MCU told you. What are they called in the comics? I'm finna go somewhere with this. I am. I'm getting them. So we know that every Black Panther has been related to T'Challa. We know that. That's what that is. That's the history. That goes all the way back to the 60s. We know that. Know why? Because Bashinga made his appearance damn near right after T'Challa did. And what do we know? T'Challa was from his family tree. This is how we know the people that's in charge of the MCU don't read damn comics. Don't read damn comics. Don't give two damns about damn comics. We know that. If there was never a more clear moment that they don't read comics, that the new heads don't care about comics, it's right there. We've been knowing that Bashinga is related to T'Challa. We've been knowing that. We've been knowing that since I was in my 30s. I'm in my 50s now. We've been knowing that since I was in my 40s, my 50s, my 20s. We've been knowing that. Right? Right. So here we have it, where a comic book, and it's not even a comic book. It's a book. It's a $30 book that you may or may not feel pressed to buy because it's not sold necessarily in the comic book stores. It's not. It is the handbook for the Dora Milaje. Now, if you a male, you can't be a Dora Milaje. Whether you like everything about Wakanda, Black Panther, you know right off the rip. If it ain't, you might have been pressed to buy it if it was a book. The handbook and the history of the Hatuts, we still waiting on that one, by the way. But the Dora Milaje, no, you got to kind of want to be all that in a bag of chips. Get all up in there to get that. What pressed me to do it? Marvel fandom. Because I know the history of T'Challa. I can appreciate the history of his family tree. We even talk about T'Challa's family tree in the Infinity Saga. We do. We see all those ancient Panthers right there. We do. Mamadou Fall and Nehanda are amongst those Panthers. They are. No one ever mentions that Mamadou Fall is a member of the Jabari tribe. No one ever mentions that Nehanda is his daughter. No one ever mentions that Nehanda was a queen of the Jabari tribe. Not in the comics, but in the Dora Milaje handbook, yeah, it's mentioned. We also find out in that handbook, even though we got comic books, the doors go back 10,000 years. Thank you, Jonathan Mayberry, for that. That was Anika saying that. The doors go back 10,000 years. If I'm not mistaken, it was Reginald Hutland who gave us the client where we first come across Nakia and Okoye, the first two members of the Dora Milaje that we got. And it's in that story that we find out how the Dora Milaje were formed. To keep down war because T'Chaka decided to marry an outsider. That's the story. We read them stories. We know when them stories were dated. We do. And we look at Reginald Hutland. We look at, Christopher Priest wrote that story. We look at Reginald Hutland. We look at Christopher Priest. We look at Ta-Nehisi Coates. We look at Don McGregor. We look at Jonathan Mayberry as some of the best writers to do it when it comes to T'Challa. We look at some of these other writers out here. Writers who have done some stuff, but not with comics. Acclaimed writers. Critically acclaimed writers that have done some stuff, famous writers, but they're not comic book writers. But what they have done is they've embraced the Black Panther fandom. We'd never heard from these people before. We had. Yeah, I get it. When the microphone get put in their face, yeah, they're Black Panther fans. But you know what? You're able to tell whether or not they've been Black Panther fans based on the product that they put out. We know based on the product that right. None of those people involved with Black Panther fans. We know that. What's going on, Miss Ray Smith? We know that. You can look at the product. The product speaks for itself. They're not Black Panther fans. And by and large, a strong argument could be made that the actor that passed away was probably the only person who actually appreciated the character of T'Challa. So when he passed, that passed with it. And all you got to do is look at how they portrayed it. That's all you got to do. So when I look at Miss Karama Horn in the book that she created, I'm getting it, I'm buying it. Thank you so much for that. Do I have a problem with her saying that Nehanda created the Dora Milaje? Hell no. I don't. It went back 10,000 years. If she was the Panther that was on the throne at that time when it was created, have no problem with it. You know what I do have a problem with it though? I have a problem with the casual attitude. See, I have a problem with people who wouldn't want you playing with certain things with them in real life, and they take such a cavalier attitude with it in comic books. What do I mean? Well, Karama Horn has made Mamadou Fall and Nehanda members of the Jabari tribe. Why did we rewrite history? Why we couldn't just preserve the history that was right there? Why wasn't that history good enough? I get it. We retconned it. We made Nehanda the one who created the Dora Milaje. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Ain't got nothing to say about that. But what are you saying? And we've been very, very cavalier when it comes to T'Challa, anything Wakanda by and large anyway. What are you saying when you literally have history? The Jabaris, watch this. The Jabaris were, hold on, I'm going to do it like this. So we asked the question, because I asked the question. I said, what were the 5 tribes in Wakanda? I know what the movie told you. The movie told you they were the Golden Tribe, the Jabari Tribe, the Mining Tribe, the Border Tribe, and the River Tribe. Those tribes are officially the Panther cult, the White Gorilla cult, the Hyena cult, the Lion cult, and the Crocodile cult. Want me to say that one more time? The Panther cult is the Golden Tribe. The White Gorilla cult, that's the Jabari Tribe. The Hyena cult, that is the Mining Tribe. You look at what hyenas do, what the hyenas do in the wild. They're scavengers. That's the Mining Tribe. The Border Tribe, that's the Lion cult. Because what do lions do? Protect. That's the Border Tribe. Well, who is the River Tribe? That would be the Crocodile Tribe. It would. And now, if you keep those things in their proper context, all of those tribes pray to different deities. Let me say it one more time. All of those tribes pray to different deities. Do you know what that means? That means if one of those tribes challenge somebody who's the Panther avatar and beats that Panther avatar, we don't have a Black Panther patrolling in Wakanda. We probably got a green crocodile patrolling Wakanda. We probably got a blue lion running around Wakanda. We definitely gonna have a white gorilla ape, because they do that anyway, running around Wakanda. Or we'll have a red hyena running around Wakanda. You know that because you saw them colors displayed magnificently in Black Panther. You did. You did. You did. We all did. So the origin of Mamadou Fall is that he beats the Panther avatar. He's a member of the Jabari tribe. Think about this. Let's process this for a second. He's a member of the Jabari tribe. They pray to Hunan, or whomever they were calling him at that time. That's who they pray to. He takes on the Panther god. He takes on the Panther avatar. That person that represents the Panther tribe, they pray to Bass. It would be kind of like me taking on somebody who worships Satan. I worship God. They worship Satan. Am I really, once I beat them, finna become the avatar for Satan? Here we go. If I take on a Buddhist and I defeat the Buddhist, am I really finna become the avatar for Buddhists? Wasn't I just praying to somebody? Isn't that the person? Isn't that the deity? Isn't that the God who gave me the strength to overcome their avatar, to overcome their deity? Make it make sense. I gotta ask, why? It's because of what the dude said that anybody can wear the mantle. Is it just that damn simple? It's a tribe. I would like to think in the African community, we take religion very seriously. Say that one more time. I would like to think in the African community. Notice I didn't say African American. I didn't. And I did that for a reason. I would like to think in the African community, in our culture, we take religious very seriously, as in we're not so quick to switch out like that. I say even if someone isn't a fan, if they're intelligent and loves research, they can write anything. I'm with you, D. I'm with you. I'm with you, D. I believe if you're a fan. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I'm born in '68. Right? The Steelers been around since before I've been born. Same thing with the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia Bulldogs been around since before I've been born. I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan. What am I gonna go do? I'm gonna go get that knowledge. Yeah, we won a national championship. And we got 4. 1949, 1980, 2000, I'm gonna say 2022 and 2023, because I got that knowledge. Superman was around, Clark was around way before I was born. That story about him being in Krypton, that predates me. I just went and got it. Now, you can't tell me, but it came from someplace else, because I'm looking at you like, what you mean? No, but it came from Krypton. You can't tell me that his mom and daddy survived that explosion. I didn't read that story. But here's the thing. You've never had someone come in and even dare to alter that story where his mom and daddy didn't die on Krypton. We don't want to do that with T'Challa, and this is why I talked about it. T'Challa was created when? 1966. Okay, cool. We just got T'Challa. That's what we got. Then we sit up here and we get Reginald Hudlin. And I'm sorry, because Reginald Hudlin came after Christopher Priest. We need to stop talking like Reginald Hudlin came before Christopher Priest. He did. Christopher Priest came first. What did Christopher Priest do? He got a brother now. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Now he got a brother. Bruce ain't got no brother. Clark ain't got no brother. It's still Clark. It's still Bruce. We done added some people to their family. But the origin story, Peter. That origin story stick. It's just Peter. It's Peter, Aunt May, and Uncle Ben. We're not doing nothing else with that. It's Peter, Aunt May, and Uncle Ben. Matt Murdock. I don't know who the hell he is. Ain't nobody ever cared. Ain't nobody ever talked about his mama. We do know he got a daddy battling Murdoch. We know dude used to be a bop. Ain't nobody changed that damn story. Ain't nobody changed that damn. We did get a brother later on. We did get a brother later on. He dead though. He gone now. But T'Challa. Well, hell, when Christopher Priest gave Buddy a brother, we didn't see the brother when Reginald Hudlin came on the scene. Reginald Hudlin gave him a sister. We never got to see all 3 of them the damn together. We like, God, everybody just keep adding, just changing, switching out, everything like that. And if you ain't bothered to go all the way back to 1966 or picked up the previous writer's run, you don't know what's going on. You say, wait, hold on. Pause. Just pause, just for a damn second now. You're doing too damn much now. So it's him? It's him? Okay, we got him. Oh, he got a brother now. And his brother Caucasian. European? Okay, and they don't. Okay, all right, got it. Cool. Wait, so he got a sister too. Well, where his brother? We don't know where his brother at, but we do know he got a sister. Okay, he got a sister. Okay, got a sister. Where the brother at? Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie. Can I tag I'm in? Have we ever in the comic book seen Hunter, Shooty, and T'Challa on the same damn page in the same damn panel? Because they all related, like them sisters and brothers. And let's think about this. Half brother, I'm gonna say half sister, step brother. Like my dog got a family right there. Ain't nobody doing nothing with that. But you rewriting every damn thing else. Karama, Queen, Damn. So you got caught sipping the damn Kool-Aid with Nate Moore on that BS. This all, and I'm saying this all started from me sitting up and saying, I'm going to do a Marvel Legends review, not Marvel Legends, Legends of Wakanda review on Mamadou Fall and Nehanda. I'm digging the fact that they father and daughter, and they can still be father and daughter. You know what they cannot be? You know what don't make no damn sense? And it was just as simple as, because you wrote this. You wrote this, and somehow it slipped past the editing department. You wrote this. You did. Somebody at Marvel Comics was supposed to say to you, no. That's the Golden Tribe. That's what that is. Anybody that's a member of the Black Panther family, that's a Black Panther, is in T'Challa's family tree. We act like we're ashamed for this dude to have a family tree. When? Why? What for? You know what I would have liked? You know what I would have appreciated? You notice why? Do you know why I mentioned them 5 tribes? Do y'all know why I mentioned them 5 tribes? Because instead of trying to take something away from T'Challa, why don't you do something with every damn thing else in Wakanda? Where's the lion avatar at? Where's the crocodile avatar at? Where's the hyena avatar at? Those tribes are sitting right there, and the only thing I got is M'Baku, M'Bala, and T'Challa, Shuri, Azuri. No. It's 3 other damn tribes. Why you not effing with them? Why you not growing them up? Why you not bigging them up? Because all this stuff that y'all doing with T'Challa, y'all really could have did with one of them other damn tribes if you was just. Why you ain't created an avatar for one of them other damn tribes to tell that damn the same damn story? You want T'Challa to have a son? Why that couldn't be somebody from the River tribe that has a son? I.e. the Crocodile tribe. Why that couldn't be their story? We want everybody to be the Black Panther. Well, hell, I got a crocodile over here that ain't got no avatar. I got a lion over here that ain't got no avatar. I got a hyena that ain't got no damn avatar. And guess what? Since M'Baku was killed by Morton and M'Bala was off by the Dora Milaje, I don't even have a white gorilla avatar. Why not? Why we just want to take from T'Challa? You know what would be nice? Because all those tribes are in Wakanda. You know how we've talked about Wakanda having a superhero team? We've talked about that. We was like, damn, Wakanda is just T'Challa running the whole nation. You got 5 tribes, 5 of them. And we just want that Black Panther mantle that damn bad. Anybody can wear it. Well, hell, what about the other mantles? They in there too. They out there too. They part of the diaspora. What about them? We see, this is when the cool kids don't know. See, the nerds will look at all that and be like, man, I got all this land around here. I can go ahead and put some stuff on this land. I got a whole bunch of land around here. The cool kids don't know how to do that. The cool kids want what the nerds want. You can't get what we got because you don't know what to do with it. You do not know what to do with it. I said history. Did y'all know that the articles of secession are online? So when people tell you that slavery had nothing to do with racism, I'm sorry, that the Civil War had nothing to do with slavery. No, the articles of secession are online. The Southern states took minutes. They tell you specifically when they gathered together to decide why they were going to secede from the Union. Slavery is listed right there. You don't even have to get too far down in the minutes. It's listed right there, and they are all online. That's history. That's history. And as much as people like Ron DeSantis have wanted to rewrite history, I'm sorry, Ron, you can't. Because people that look like you wrote it. And your arrogant ass kept it. So yes, Ron, racism does exist. It was the reason for slavery. No slave got anything good out of slavery. No black did, Ron. I know, but this is one of the things we deal with when people want to F around with history, whether it be real or whether it be fictional. You're right about newcomers ignoring Priest run and starting with Hutton's run. Wakanda needs a young justice type of team with one person from each tribe making the team come together that will solve exactly. But to your point though, and I like what you said, Ronnie. To your point, Steezel, you got to have somebody to care. Not wanting to be cool, not just wanting to get caught up in the propaganda, not just wanting to get caught up in the fanfare. Hell, honestly, truth be told, we don't need you being a fan. Definitely not of the MCU. We need you being a historian. We need you wanting to get it right, not be popular, not do something popular. Because if you get it right, if you tell it right, it's going to be popular. Now, here's what I have to do. I have to read your book, Miss Karama Horn. And right off the rip, there's a problem with your book that any Black Panther fan is going to spot. The fact that you decided to make, whether it was of your own volition or the smart people at Marvel thought it was a great idea, you decided to make Nehanda and Mamadou Fall members of the Jabari tribe. That book already starts off in a negative with me. And it's a beautiful book. I love the cover work. I think it's a powerful book. Handbook, training manual for the Dora Milaje. Like I said, we're missing the training manual for the Hatu Zaraze. We need that, but when you think about Black Panther, excuse me, when you think about Black Panther, T'Challa, Wakanda, Shuri, Dora Milaje, Hatu Zaraze, are they telling the story or are they rewriting it? Do they care about the history or they care about their own history? It's a tricky thing because you're supposed to care about the history of this character. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm seeing way too many people that look like me taking liberties with a character that looks like them that nobody that looks like Bruce would ever take with Bruce. Nobody that looks like Clark would ever take with Clark. No one that ever looks like Peter would take with Peter. The thing is that the people that look like me, you wouldn't even dare to mess with them characters like that. No, Nate Moore, you would never say that it's just a mantle when it comes to Bruce. You would never utter that it's just a family crest when it comes to Clark. You wouldn't. Those that look like him wouldn't even allow it. But you keep capping for Black. This is why I have a problem with Black. Because Black don't cover Black. Black just likes to talk about being Black. There's no unification to it. There's no strength behind it. There's no meaning to it. You can't even find it on the map. But T'Challa is from Africa. Africa is a fictional nation, country in Wakanda. I'm sorry, Wakanda is a fictional nation in a very real place, a very real continent called Africa. Well, I'm going to say this and I'm going to tap out. If you are a fan of this character, T'Challa, Black Panther, Wakanda, everything Wakanda, you better go back and get every bit of knowledge that you possibly can. Because much like we see with what they're trying to do, especially here in the state of Florida, they're trying to rewrite the American history. Well, they can only rewrite the American history on the surface level. American history still exists at the base level. You just have to be willing to go get it. The history T'Challa is right there in Jungle Action. It is. It continues in Fantastic Four. If you were born in the 2000s, there are quite a few stories out there that will tell you everything you need to know about Wakanda. everything you need to know. And then reach out to your elders, those who love this character, those who still have things around their house, memorabilia, merch that can talk to you about this character. Because by and large, those that's rocking with this character now, notice what I said, those that are rocking with this character now, and I don't care what their name is, I don't care what title they got, I don't care how many times you've seen them on the big screen, I don't care how many times you listen to their music, I don't care how many times they told you they don't like white people, this, that, then the third, especially if that's the same person that told you they were going to build a school. They don't know this character like you do. They don't care about this character like you do. Thus, your conversation pieces, the knowledge that you get with this character, by and large, needs to come from people that care about this character like you do. And I think it's safe to say, if you had anything to do with Black Panther 2, you don't care about that character. If you had anything to do with the last comic book run, you don't care anything about the character. If you have anything to do with the video games that are in development that don't feature T'Challa, you don't care anything about the character. If you created any type of history back in the day, and you have made this character's journey, and not understanding that when you make his story more difficult, you make all the other surrounding characters' story difficult. You didn't think about that one. Because see, if Mosi and Bashinga are T'Challa's relatives, then what's going on with Nehanda and Mamadou Fall? Because they should have been partaking of the heart-shaped herb themselves. But since they were praying to Hunan, they should have died right then and there. Or once they took the heart-shaped herb and visited Bast in the diaspora, one or two things was going to happen. They were either going to bend the knee to Bast, or Bast was going to murder both of them right then and there. I'm of the mindset she would have killed them before then because they weren't members of her tribe. That tells me right then and there, you don't have a healthy appreciation for African culture. It's you westernized. You've been colonized when you wrote this book, which is crazy because we have Native American tribes here in America that would tell you the same damn thing. You don't do that, but you did it. I'm not wrong for being passionate about it, Miss Kamala, Miss Horn, because there are things you're just as passionate about as well. You F this one up. Now you need to go back and fix it. This shouldn't even be canon because it did not take place in a comic book. But the 616 is quoting it. You were irresponsible. You were. I get it. But damn, you could have left Mamadou Fall and Nehanda as father and daughter. Told that same damn story. And if you want to uplift other tribes, you could have did that. You smart enough where you could have created your own damn avatar for them tribes, and you didn't. Crabs in a barrel bucket mentality. No, I'm gonna take the one from the Panther. Damn, I'm sick of black people. You know what? Black people gonna keep doing that. They don't want to hire comic fans because they're easy to control and they don't want to be schooled on their own lore. He made me cringe trying to speak on T'Challa without knowing what he was talking about. Nate treats the Black Panther mantle like a DC lantern ring. We know what happens immediately after a lantern dies. I don't. You make D. I be trying. You notice how I ain't mention his name? I be trying not to, because he make my skin crawl, and it's not in a good way. It's because I had a staff sergeant tell me one time, check the skin you in. Shout out to Staff Sergeant Hatchet. We on a PT run in Okinawa, Japan. And yes, I wasn't giving it my all. I wasn't. And Staff Sergeant Hatchet, he was a sergeant when I met him, legal specialist, Memphis, Millington, Tennessee. He went to DI school about a year or so after I got there. When I saw him again in Okinawa, Japan, dude was a staff sergeant. His mindset never changed. The same dude that I met in Okinawa, Japan, was the same dude that I met in Memphis, Tennessee. And this brother was proud of who he was. And he wasn't going to let you walk around with your head down and not be proud of who you were. So when he hit me and he said, check the skin you in, I knew exactly what hey, you out here embarrassing us right now. And by us, he meant his people. And by his people, he meant somebody that looked like him. And I looked like him. And I was bird dogging it. I was. And he let it be known. Hey, man, check the skin you in. You got to take pride in yourself at some point in time. And if you did not know any better, you didn't know any better. But you know what? I'm going to say it like this. At this point in time, I'm about damn sick and tired of people taking on Black Panther projects. Your excuse no longer is credible. Talking about you don't know no damn better. F that. It's way too many people that are Black Panther fans. Black Panther, T'Challa, Wakanda has a centered fan base on X. I can't say Twitter no more. Damn, it changed overnight. I like, so it's no more tweeting? No more tweeting? I'm Xing now. I don't even know how to feel about that. But he's got a huge fan base right there and knowledgeable. People that gonna give you that good knowledge, don't want you to get it wrong. There's no more excuses for you don't know how to write T'Challa. No. That's BS. At this particular point in time, that's BS. There is a fan base that will give you all the knowledge you need. Hell, that fan base will act as your own damn research team because really, by and large, they just want you to get it damn right. But all this other foolishness, well, y'all just going off of what that dude, that the brother that worked, that black guy, I'm sorry, that black guy. I'm not going to call him a brother. Y'all that's going off of what that black dude said, that black executive at Marvel Studios, and now y'all want to get fancy, you want to do some fun stuff? No, that's not going to cut it. Because none of the things that you're doing move the needle. Actually, the things that you're doing hurt the character. It don't even lift you up. Yeah, you got it, but I'm not knocking nothing, but it says a lot that I was able to buy a $30 book for 10 bucks. Y'all want me to say that one more time? That book came out last year. I bought it off of eBay. That's used. It says a lot that I'm able to buy that book for 10 bucks. It's 29. Right? 29. Okay. Why that book costing like that then? In essence, by and large, what they took out this book to move the needle was the relationship between father and daughter. I get it. I love it. And the fact that it's now somebody from the Jabari tribe, a member of the Panther family, which makes no damn sense. Like, if I'm T'Challa, how did Mamadou Fall even get in there? Like, there's nothing he could say to me. Mamadou Fall in Nehanda? Nah, man, you got to kick rock. We fact checked them in real time. Yeah, hey, everybody, please go hit the like button. Please hit that like button. And call the Onward Killer Cool Black Faces in White Spaces. Damn. Black face. I like that. Bars. Black faces in white spaces oftentimes means you getting the other man speaking through the brother man. Damn, you just gonna rhyme with the whole thing? Like you gonna spit 16 bars on the whole comment. Come on, I just call him an old handkerchief head, and you know the rest. Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, I titled the video what I titled it for a reason. If we go back and we look at T'Challa, history of T'Challa, we know that royal family. We do. That's been cemented. I don't know what we're doing. That's been cemented. We know, and I want to say shout out to because I really want to say it was during Christopher Priest run when Killmonger tried to take a bite of the heart-shaped herb and fell over. I really want to say that was him. So that's cemented. Hunter saying it right there. You got to be a member of the royal family. If I need to find that that conversation piece, I will put that on Twitter later on. But it's right there. That predates any handbook from the Dora Milaje. I don't care. So that tells me right then you didn't read the Christopher Priest run. How you finna write a handbook on the Dora Milaje, Christopher Priest created the Dora Milaje. Why wouldn't you read Christopher Priest's entire run? That's as bad as the showrunners on She-Hulk not reading not one issue of the sensational She-Hulk, nor watching any courtroom comedies. That's how bad that is. Christopher Priest literally created the Doors. He did. He said, and he co-signed the heart-shaped herb. He did. He co-signed it. He even had his creation, Hunter, double down on it. You got to be a member of the royal family. So that Hunter ain't even effing with that. He take a bite of it, he fall. How do you read that? Give me this book, beautiful book. I like it. I'm telling you, I like it. But how do you give me that book with that story in there that you don't care? Why not? You said you were excited to write the book. You were glad for the opportunity. Why you don't care? You should care. I split the hot fire. You did. You got that, boy. Look. I didn't even think you were gonna take it up all over. Damn, wait. The next sentence, and you did that. Hawkeye trying to eat up Hurd in Avengers EMA. Yeah, he was. It's thank you. It's right there in the cartoon Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes. How do I get your book published in 2022 and all that other stuff came beforehand and you still give me somebody not of the royal family to become a Black Panther? How? You say you excited. Y'all say y'all care. Y'all say y'all comic book fan. Y'all say y'all love this character. How in the hell y'all getting it wrong? I know damn good and well Peter Parker got bitten by a radioactive spider. That ain't my hero. It's not my guy. I know that spider bit him while he was on a school trip walking around a science museum. If I write that damn story, if somebody said today, Theo, we need you to write Peter Parker's origin story. Damn it, that's gonna happen. It is. The only thing I can do is like what they did with Silk, add to it. But he got to get bit like that. He do. Uncle Ben, Aunt May, that's them. That's his mama daddy. That's it. Anything I do, it's got to be with Aunt May and Uncle Ben, by and large, being his mama daddy. So if I do introduce his mama and daddy, which has already been done, I got to get rid of them real quick so that it can be him, Aunt May, and Uncle Ben. Because Peter don't even talk about his mom and daddy. So they can't even be around that long. Same damn story. What we know about Steve Rogers, that story don't change. What do we know about Steve Rogers? Steve was a skinny kid. He was a weakling. We know that. And that story don't get retold that often. But what do we know about Steve? Steve could not pass the Army physical. He was too puny. We know that. And they don't really tell that origin story like that, but we know it. What happened. Dude get him the super soldiers formula. Shortly thereafter, the dude get killed. Steve go after the dude that killed him. He become Captain America. That Bucky. We know Bucky, by and large, is what? A couple of years younger than Steve? Yeah. No, he ain't bigger than Steve. He ain't the same age as Steve. No, Bucky was younger than Steve. We know that. Why do we know that? Because we read the comics. We read the comics. Okay. Well, if you read the comics, there is nothing wrong with Mamadou Fall and Nehanda being Black Panthers. There is not. There is nothing wrong with Mamadou Fall being if you wrote him, Karama, there's nothing wrong with Mamadou Fall being who Mamadou Fall is. There's nothing wrong with Nehanda being who Nehanda is. They cannot be members of the Jabari tribe. They can't be members of the Jabari tribe. They can't be members of the Hyena tribe. They can't be members of the Lion tribe. They cannot be members of the crocodile tribe. They can't. They can't. I know you want it, but if you want members of those tribes to be uplifted, then you need to write a story uplifting those members and taking on the avatar of the and becoming the avatar of their respective deities, because we ain't had that happen yet. We haven't had that happen yet. We haven't. T'Challa been around since the 60s. Nobody else has done anything with them other tribes except the Jabari tribe. And even with that, you chose to make a Jabari a Black Panther instead of making a Jabari the first man-ape. You chose to make the first two significant Jabaris Panthers instead of making them avatars for the white gorilla god. That's amazing. Let me keep up with these notes. I just got the Black Panther Christopher Priest Volume 3 comic book run for my birthday this month. And it is a great man. Listen, Christopher Priest did his thing. I'm not listen. Christopher Priest did his thing. Low key, I'm liking the way he kind of like, you know, kind of slid Casper Cole in there a little bit and everything like that. Because ironically enough, I believe Casper Cole is going to go down as the forgotten Black Panther, because people that have such a hard on for you know, T'Challa not to be the Black Panther, there's been other people to be the Black Panther, they don't remember Casper Cole. Ironically, they don't know anybody else outside of Shuri and M'Baku, which says a lot about their knowledge of Black Panther in and of itself. But hey, it is what it is. But the history of Black Panther, if you like your comic book characters and everything like that, I'm going to urge you to go get the knowledge on your comic book character, your favorite comic book character, and not leave it up to anybody, even myself, even though I consider myself a pretty good expert on basically all comic book characters. If I don't know them, I'll definitely point you in the right direction. But if you're going to be working, I'm gonna say this, and I don't know if anybody really appreciates it. You can't be a brother or sister working on anything Wakanda related and you get it wrong. That I'm gonna tell you right now. So that might be too much pressure going forward. My hat is off to Eve Ewing. She's taking up the mantle. She's taking up the mantle of running with as the lead writer of Black Panther. And 2 issues in, I'm not mad. So, like I said, going forward, whether it's cartoon, whether it's movie, whether it's comic book, whether it's action figures, any type of merch, if you're a person of color and you don't know what you're doing, you might need to walk away from this character, because the people that look like this character gonna hold you accountable. Seriously, so we're gonna hold you accountable like we're not holding anybody else accountable. We don't care who the editor is. By and large, we don't, because the editor, if the editor don't look like this character, we're not expecting the editor to care. We're not. We are expecting you to care. If you're a movie producer, director, whatever, and you got to walk away from the project, we understand. We don't expect Kevin Feige nor Nate Moore to give 2 damns. But you, the director, yes, we expecting you to draw that hard line in the sand, because you're supposed to be looking out for the fans. You are. And if you find yourself unable to do that, if that pressure is too much, walk away. Walk away. T'Challa has a fandom that's as passionate. We didn't say the same size. T'Challa has a fandom that's just as passionate as Bruce's fandom is. T'Challa has a fandom that's just as passionate as Clark's fandom is. I didn't say the same size. That's not what I said. I said just as passionate. T'Challa's fan base is just as passionate. I didn't say just as big. It's just as passionate as any other fan base. And let me just say it for the people who might not understand it. We will cock block. Y'all might not understand. Y'all might need to look that up. Old school terminology. We will cock block anything you try and do Wakandan related going forward if you don't handle your business. That's not a threat. That's a promise. You've seen us. You felt us. You're making decisions based on us. You need to learn to respect us and heed us. If you don't get it right, we will cop block it. And we have more than enough people in the know. We will know way before you get started on what's getting ready to go down, and we will cop block it because we care about this character. Not sure Jonathan Hickman was a BP fan growing up, but he's an intelligent writer who does research. He used T'Challa in his FF run and beyond because he understood that common history. He did. He did. And he invited to the party. Yep, not 616 Bucky, 1610 Bucky was the same age as Steve. Yep. So that's it. Listen, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. And if I'm looking at my clock, it's 8:04. I don't know what you getting ready to get into. I know if you my age and everything like that, maybe a movie or something like that. If I know in my 30s, I probably would be like, yeah, man, that's what's up. I got to get ready to go to the club. But I'm not there. So, but yeah, listen, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Rock with me, nation. The history of Wakanda matters. The history matters. And there are going to be times when we see stuff that pop up and we be like, don't be afraid to call him out on the rewriting of T'Challa's history. Don't rewrite T'Challa's history. Appreciate T'Challa's history. Respect T'Challa's history, because T'Challa's history is Wakanda history. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Listen, before y'all go, make sure y'all click that like button. You chilling tonight, Steezel? You know what, man? I'm chilling tonight too. If we got a Q&A period, we can do that. I'm chilling tonight too. I'm just in relaxed mode. I did want to talk about this video. I was thinking about several videos I wanted to come to y'all with today, but I just got to think about it. It's like, because I talk to Mr. Smith a lot. I do. I talk to Mr. Smith. And when I say a lot, once every week, and we talk about Black Panther stuff. Same thing with my brother D Real and everything. Like, it wasn't the father-daughter relationship. I was good with that. I was like, Jabari tribe though. And I just found it odd that story, they quoted something from the handbook like that. They ain't quoted not from the comic books. I'm like, so you would never have known this if you don't pick up this damn book. Now I'm mad because I got to pick up the damn book. And I'm like, I guess it's another book that I got to get too. So I might as well need this. There's another Black Panther Wakandan book, handbook, Avengers textbook, and everything I got to get. So I guess I need to make plans to get that too. Listen, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I am gonna go ahead and get that book, Mr. Smith. I'll let you know exactly what the name of that book is. Y'all make sure y'all click, like, share, subscribe with your boy. I ain't saying we on our way to 900. I ain't saying peace.